Silhouette challenge videos.
Okay, so I should probably clarify that I'm playing from X-Step because to enter Club Step I need 10 coins, to enter TOE2 I need 20 coins, and to enter Deadlock I need 30. So if I play from X-Step I'll get like, just enough coins to play Club Step, TOE2 and Deadlocked. So I can just do like the 3 demons first. So yeah, okay, I'll shut up now and
tried to help by banning filter removal tutorials and shutting down accounts spreading them. But instead of being relieved, some victims blame TikTok for not acting sooner. One thing was clear, the silhouette challenge should have never existed. This next trend wasn't just dumb, it was also a crime. The Chase Bank glitch.
Oh man, oh man. The fact that people really thought they was gonna be good taking 30 bands from the bank is so insane. I wouldn't care, bro, if it was 100,000, bro. I'm not doing that.
On September 1st, 2024, TikTokers were buzzing with excitement. The reason was because they thought they found a way to get free money, thousands of dollars completely free. They called it the Chase Bank glitch.
So what people would do, they would write a big check that they didn't have the money for, a bad check, and then they would immediately take money away from an ATM.
Just like the guy explained, they would write a check for more money than they had in their
Yeah, what's the worst bank to have? Probably like Wells Fargo, right? Certain banks, bro, they just have a terrible reputation. I think Wells Fargo is like where all the fraud and swiping niggas be using this shit. I've had Bank of America. I never had a problem with Bank of America.
Chase Bank account and deposited. These checks were fake because their accounts had no money to back them up. Then, before the bank could catch on, they would rush to an ATM and withdraw the check's full amount. In other words, they were scamming the bank.
Bro, why are these niggas so happy? Little did they know, they would wake up and their account would say negative 30,000.
The check's full amount. In other words, they were scamming the bank for free cash. As word spread, the hashtag Chase Bank glitch started trending on TikTok.
See, if they got like a burner account or something, no, but you can't get a burner bank account. You have to connect your ID and social security and stuff.
Hours, people were lined up at Chase Bank ATMs, eger to cash in.
No, I said it's heavy.
It's heavy, but the hood was going crazy over this, huh?
Line up. No, this is elephant.
There was one small problem. The so-called glitch was actually a crime. As more people heard about the trend, financial experts explained why the Chase Bank glitch was actually check fraud.
Make no mistake, in every sense of the word, this is check fraud. You are knowingly writing fake checks. And to make it even worse, you are committing a felony against yourself.
I
wonder if you did the glitch and you just like went to another country. Would they even care to find you? Would they like fly out, I don't know, like somewhere in South America or Africa or something to like find you? But for 30,000, I feel like if it was like 100,000 or something, to be like a lot of money, ours is like, all right, we got to get them.
Caught committing check fraud can face huge fines, prison time, and even a lifetime ban from opening a bank account.
Chase will alert every other bank that you try to go to, and you may possibly never be able to get an account. You have to.
But despite all the warnings, the Chase Bank glitch kept trending on TikTok. Some posted screenshots.
Bro, that video is hilarious. Who are these niggas? Bro, hey, look at the glory on all their faces. Bro, it's like they hit the lottery.
Warnings, the Chase Bank glitch kept trending on TikTok. Some posted screenshots of their bank balances
now
as proof that it worked. Others,
I misread that. Did that say 9 mil?
Screenshot.
What? On everything, if that was me, I am fleeing the fucking country. Going to another country that doesn't extradite. I'm picking one of these countries. China doesn't extradite? That's what they do. Okay, bro. I'm going to China and I'm living like a multi-millionaire there, bro. How far that money would probably go in China? You're feeding your generation. Or the UAE. What Ethiopia doesn't? Welcome back to the motherland. You know, they're gonna welcome you back.
Of their bank balances as proof that it worked. Others saw a chance to cash in, selling step-by-step guides or charging fees to teach people how to pull it off. But it was only a matter of time before the bosses at Chase Bank realized TikTokers were stealing from them. And when they did, they were furious. On September 2nd, barely 24 hours after the glitch went viral, Chase Bank shut it down. The bank released a statement saying the glitch was fixed. Fake checks wouldn't work anymore. And just to make things...
How did this even go through, though? You gotta think of it. This is a bank. Like, they own the money. How the did this go through?
Clear, they added, depositing a fraudulent check and withdrawing the funds from your account is fraud, plain and simple. Now everyone who took advantage of the glitch was panicking, and they had good reason to be worried because Chase Bank was coming after them. By October 2024, the bank started suing those who used the glitch. One person stole $335,000 during the glitch. Chase.
How did they get that much? See, bro, if you were smart with it, you would have got like a ban. And then you probably would have got away with it. You would have been on the lower end. People that got super high amounts. You got $300,000? Are you stupid?
It didn't stop there. They identified accounts that deposited those fake checks, froze them, and took back whatever money was left. Most of those accounts ended up with negative account balances with a bunch of zeros.
Man, they really told me to tap in. Next day I was supposed to...
Hey, y'all, don't tap in. Do not tap in.
Declare, look at my account, yo.
Soon, arrests began. Those who thought they scored free money were charged and tried in court. The Chase Bank glitch became a brutal lesson. Don't commit a financial crime because someone on TikTok told you it was cool. This next trend took an ordinary daily activity and turned it into something idiotic. The cereal challenge.
What is
Here's
this?
how the challenge worked.
I like how we put like all new challenges. Like, it didn't put any of the old challenges. Everybody knows.
Two people had to participate.
Oh my god. Yeah, they poured the cereal in your mouth in it. I feel like this isn't that. No, you could choke.
Person lay down with their mouth wide open while the other poured cereal and milk in. Then the second person had to eat the cereal straight from their mouth using a spoon. To pass the challenge, the person on the bottom had to keep their mouth open while the second person ate from it. Some managed to keep their mouths open long enough to complete the challenge. Others ended up
This is so weird.
coughing soaked in milk. Huge influencers with millions of followers joined the trend. And with that kind of reach, the cereal challenge spread faster.
Doing the cereal challenge with my sister.
Some even decided to involve their pets in the challenge, and you do not want to see those videos. But the challenge was also
Am I tripping, or did I just hear what I heard?
pretty risky. If the person lying down inhaled milk or cereal, they could legitimately choke and suffocate. This trend was all risk with zero reward. Luckily, the cereal challenge didn't last long. But while it was trending, it proved people will do just about anything for 15 minutes of fame, even if it puts their health on the line. This next trend
Disgusting though, bro. That is not worth the views and likes.
was one of the dumbest and most dangerous ones out there. The Orbeez challenge.
What is this?
In 2022, the Orbeez challenge was so notorious that people threatened to arrest anyone caught doing it. To understand why, you first need to know what Orbeez are. Orbeez are tiny beads that swell up when soaked in water.
There are 1 million Orbeez in this box.
Bro, when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with Orbeez. Like, I would want to be like one of these YouTubers and like fill up a bathtub and just like sit in it. I have no clue why. I feel like every kid had like an Orbeez.
Oh, this is literally so satisfying.
Orbeez are usually harmless. Kids play with them and some people even use them to relieve stress. But in 2022, someone had a reckless idea. They started loading Orbeez into toy guns and shooting them like tiny water bullets. Except they weren't aiming them at friends. They were targeting random strangers.
These things can shoot up to about 200, 210 feet per second.
And then it got even worse. People began freezing the Orbeez before loading them. So instead of bursting on impact, the frozen Orbeez hit like rubber bullets. That made them a lot more painful and more dangerous.
These toy guns.
This is something you do with your friends, bro. Like your homies or something. Just like shoot each other, not people though. I swear, bro. I see a nigga pull it. Here, bro. You pull with a Orbeez. I don't know what you got on, bro. You know who raised? It's GG.
Ba 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 ba.
You better not come at me. Hell no.
Guns, well, they can really actually replicate a real firearm.
By March 2022, the Orbeez challenge was out of control. TikTokers across the country were shooting Orbeez at random strangers.
A new trend on social media is raising serious concern among local police departments. It involves people shooting innocent bystanders with water pellets.
Police cracked down hard, arresting teens who participated in the challenge. In one case, 4 teens were arrested. They were charged with disorderly conduct, harassment, and reckless endangerment.
Police say surveillance videos showed the 4 teens pull up in a car and fire the gel pellets into a class working outside.
You would think arrests would scare people off, but it didn't. Kids kept doing the Orbeez challenge until someone lost their life. On June 2nd, 2022, a group of teenagers Orbeezed some guys playing basketball. But these weren't the kind of guys to laugh it off. A fight broke out, and by the time it was over, one of the basketball players lost his life. He was only 17. When the media reported the case, people finally realized how
Wait, did he get shot or something?
serious this challenge was.
TikTok is not reality to real life, but there's real consequences for some of those things that go on there.
That was the final straw. Police cracked down harder on the Orbeez challenge. In Kentucky, a mayor banned water pellet toys completely. Walmart, Target, and Amazon pulled Orbeez from their shelves. Even Spin Master, the company behind Orbeez, addressed the issue. They released a statement saying they have no affiliation with the challenge.
Imagine having to do that, bro, for some dumb shit. I wonder what these companies think when they see people making out of their product, like Tide Pods. I genuinely wonder when they have to make a statement, they're like, bro, people are this dumb that we gotta make a statement on it.
And that their Orbeez products were not intended to be used as projectiles. But after all this, the Orbeez challenge didn't completely disappear. Orbeez challenge incidents were still being reported as recently as 2024. These trends prove that some people will do anything to fit in. But just remember, the people that change the world are the ones that choose to be different. Visual Venture.
Hey, W from Visual Venture, man. Hey, y'all, don't be scared about pulling with an Orbeez gun and shit to your crib and just like, don't do anything. That wouldn't do anything to me though, right? Have this family-friendly face, everybody would take it as a joke. Anyways, yeah, if you're watching number 2, make sure to join the Discord and watch it.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.
I investigated the country where slavery is still legal. Bro, I'm pretty sure slavery is illegal. Wait, is it illegal in every country? According to a study of global laws, 94 countries lack provisions specifically criminalizing slavery or the slave trade. This loophole can allow abusers to escape punishment. Some countries where slavery is not legal in a specific sense, according to a report from 2020, include Canada. Yeah, a lot of times I'm pretty sure it's more like, what is it, like slave labor. Like, even though they're not technically written down as like slaves, like they could leave at any time, it's kind of like they'll put you in a position where you can't leave, or like it's just the only thing you can do and they take advantage of it. So like it's known in like the chocolate industry. You already know what the chocolate industry.
O, serio. Dobra, nie wiem. Spróbuję jeszcze raz.
Low-key, bro, half the population is damn near in wage slavery. So half the country on wage slavery, bro. Everybody's paycheck to paycheck. You're damn near a cook, bro. If you lose that job, you stop paying. So you gotta work that job, man.
It sounds like slavery. It sounds like slavery. It's slavery.
Turns out, when Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery by ratifying the 13th Amendment in 1865, they left in one little exception: convicted criminals.
Oh yeah, this is a known thing though. I feel like I already knew this. Did y'all not know this? Like, dude, in prison, they pay them like 50 cents an hour. Now, ethically, to me, I feel like for certain crimes, you shouldn't be paid like that salary or something. Like, obviously, like if you're EDP, rapist, anything, yeah, give it. I'm pretty gonna get paid nothing. Obviously, gonna pay you. Then that would be like literally defined as slavery. So like, let's say I don't know, like you motherfucking tax evader or something. Maybe you should get more of a chance, or something like you fought somebody.
Mystery piano. Mystery piano.
Refusal to work can be met with harsh punishments like solitary confinement, loss of privileges. Like
really? I thought like those prison jobs, you have to choose to work there.
Visitation, phone calls, commissary access, recreation time, family visits, good time credits, and access to books, hygiene products, and snacks. And the prisoners that do make small amounts of money can have up to 80% of their earnings deducted for various prison-related expenses before they see any of it, while 7 states pay them nothing. So, who benefits off
7 states pay them nothing? Yeah, that is straight slavery.
Their labor. And does America have...
Wait, so there's a chance when I had McDonald's, I may have had a patty that was made by a prisoner? Yeah, what if their hands are dirty, bro? What if they just got, like, finished digging in their butthole or something? So, like, you know, as into the system, they're just like they rub that shit in. You never know, too.
Financial upside, unlocking more...
Offside note, Prison Break. Yo, if y'all haven't watched the show, watch it.
Hey guys, Tommy NFG here. You know, only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on.
I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it. You know, it doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams. You know, we have a lot of fun over there. I'm telling you, we have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Damn.
More Americans in prison maintain a steady supply of state-owned slaves. More importantly, did slavery ever end in America, or did it just rebrand itself to something more socially acceptable?
Some may not know is almost half of those men and women fighting fires are convicted felons.
And it's clear. But it's not money these inmates are working for. It's their future.
Let's go.
Before I speak up with
W skip.
prisoners who were locked up in Texas, working the deadly hot fields for their master, Uncle Sam, I went to one of the most incarcerated cities in America to see if they knew that slavery is still legal in America.
You know it's still legal to enslave someone if they commit a crime in the United States of America.
You know what? I think we're all slaves.
Did you know about that exception?
Wow. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, I do know that.
Did not know that.
The way the government is going, yeah, I would believe it. Yeah.
That came as a surprise.
Yes.
Yeah, it surprised me. It was good.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
No, I'm not surprised.
That is disturbing.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, right? No one really thinks about it.
That's weird.
Do you support slavery?
No comment, bud.
Your answer was supposed to be no. This isn't like a political question. This isn't like an interview like, oh, who do you support in the like presidential election? No. This is a straight up just no answer. You failed the easiest question of all time.
Fair. Have a great day.
We're in 2025. You know, you shouldn't be enslaved. Some bullshit.
Hell no.
Hell no.
No. No. No.
Shouldn't even be a thought in mind, ever.
I'm not saying they should, but it will happen. And if they do, and people don't fight back, that's on them.
You think the slavery ever ended in America?
No, it's just transformed. It's never changed. It's always been that way.
You know the process of how indentured servitude went and then how it formed slavery. You'd understand that this is what's going on now. Just not just black people anymore. So like everyone's slave, not just black people, not just people of color. Everyone now, and everyone's starting to feel it.
I think that.
I don't even know how many people know about like how the prison system is and like America back then. But dude, they would literally take like, let's say it was like a black person, they had like a smidgen of weed, like 0.1, like nothing. Bro, they throw your ass in prison for like 10 years and just have you work in those jobs. It's just like a redefinition of slavery. They just like changed it to like follow new terms because like they couldn't actually white people like start having to like, work for them.
Should be ratified. Should be changed for sure.
No, it shouldn't be legal to enslave somebody if they commit a crime.
Is there any crime that would warrant whiplashing in the fields, like plantation style?
No, absolutely not.
No matter the crime?
No matter.
Even like a child rapist?
Well,
no one.
Murder?
That's one of those questions where you're like, damn, well, like, ethically it's dumb, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, that's what I'm saying in certain cases, bro. By the way, if they did it in certain cases to certain people, wouldn't that incentivize people to never do it again? Everybody would be scared of ever doing that type of crime.
No one.
It's getting way heavy. Murder?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, I don't know.
Maybe come.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Even if you're a heinous criminal who commits a terrible crime.
No, there's no slaves. Shouldn't be any slaves.
I mean, I think all crimes are different levels. I mean, you're getting dealt with in there by other inmates. Justice happen on its own. Whipping like that, we're going back 100 years.
The crime and the time should match.
No forced labor?
No.
And the severity of their crime should matter in how much time that they get. Like I said, I believe this is jacked up. People are getting more time than they deserve for small things that are like as much as a gram a week.
Where I draw the line is that if there's corporations making money on it, like not employing actual people and just using the inmates, then I see a problem.
And then they can't keep the job once they get released from prison due to the felony status oftentimes. Yeah, it's not good.
I feel like the federal prison system is just like
Co robi?
America, why you like ever do a crime, bro? Like you know a background check's gonna happen, and you're never getting a job. You're gonna have to work as like yo. When I was in high school, bro, I was like 16, right? There was this bro, man. He was a cool ass dude, bro. Cause I was telling him about like I don't know, I was studying for SAT. He was like, bro, like I'm so happy for you because I lived my life when I was young, and like yeah, he basically went to prison. I forgot for what, but he just did some dumb shit, right? And he was like, now this is the only job he could get. The job I was working at 16, bro. Yeah, I quit that shit after 6 months. Probably still working. Only job he had. Keep in mind, he was like 33 maybe.
Cycling black men specifically.
O nie, ja chciałem spokojnie iść, no trudno. Chciałem zrobić aurafarmę.
That's everybody doing it. I'm not even hating, but bro, I cannot do it. I would just clock out of, like, dissociate.
Due to like the laws that are being passed, it's hard to
2,
change. The oligarchy that
1.
is making it harder for us to reach the change.
Bam, ba-dum, ba, 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 ba.
State freed the slaves. That's one citizenship. You're born a United States citizen. You're not under the
Do,
rules of the
do,
United
do,
States.
do, 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 do.
Today is a
Do,
corporation.
do, 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 do.
Slavery to that corporation.
Great yellow.
Ba, ba, ba.
Let's make sure that we're not putting ourselves in a position to become slaves. But when you
No, I'm sorry. The picture, bro, yo, he knew what he was doing
putting
with that.
ourselves in position
Yo, what was the point of putting this picture up? Bro, the period to end it off and everything.
to become slaves, but
Yo, what was the choice? Crazy thing is, there's niggas that actually believe that, bro. Do people not realize though that say that? Like, imagine getting taken from a country, right? You're in shackles all the time. There's people with literal guns pointing at you. If you try to run towards them, they're going to shoot you and kill you. Bro, there was slavery coups in the past where like they tried to fight back, and all those people ended up dying.
when you have predators out there, it's not a choice. The gazelle doesn't choose to get eaten by the lion.
Locked up. They're gonna flee the shit out you.
Do you know anyone who's gotten a felony?
One of my best friends. He trying to shake back, you know. I'm supporting him for that. Not immediate family.
Is there a way to like clear your prison record? Like, do you just have that for life? Like, let's say you just did something dumb. Like, you were drunk one night and you just fought some dude, and then you got like a month of jail. Are you just done for?
But I know somebody who has people who got like long sentences for very, very minimal things.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like a good behavior thing when you leave. For certain crimes, obviously. I think certain crimes, extreme crimes, yeah, you're absolutely correct. You should never get a chance.
How has that affected their life?
Forever.
Forever?
Forever. Go to jail, that's a wrap.
Talking to the people of New Orleans, I headed over to Gatesville, Texas. Home
Ba,
to
ba,
5
ba,
out of 9
ba,
women's
ba,
prisons
ba,
and jails in
ba, ba,
Texas.
ba, ba,
Met up with
ba,
Marcy
ba, ba,
Simmons, who
ba,
spent 10
ba,
years
ba.
working the fields out here after stealing $300,000 from her employer. As I was getting B-roll of one of these women's prisons before the interview, perfect example of the over-criminalization of America.
You can tell with his build, he got some shit to say.
Americans unfolded.
I ain't never seen a tie like this. Bro got a Texas tie.
Before my very eyes.
No, sir, this is private property. You're on state property right now.
This is.
No, sir,
This
you
is
are
state
on
property?
private.
That was me. Get off the property, boy! Well, you never know, I guess. I'd have to be there.
Property of the state of Texas. Man, they try to get a rise out of you.
No, we're genuine confusion.
As I filmed the outside of a prison funded by the tax dollars of Americans in a public parking lot, filming that which was in plain view, I quickly learned as to how little we really know about what goes on inside the prison walls.
So we're trying to get some B-roll on the outside of the prison. Are we within our legal First Amendment rights to film on the outside of the prison?
State property is part of public property.
No. The public property is over there behind that stop sign.
State property is still part of public property as long as it's publicly accessible land.
Yes, ma'am. Can you 25 me at Valley? I have 2 guys that are refusing to leave.
That's not
Well, we're not refusing. We're trying to get some clarity on the actual line itself. This
Did
is
it, did 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 it.
To record and all that,
Yeah.
but not on state property on the other side of that stop sign.
That's unconstitutional.
Bro, I'm not risking nothing. You are right next to a prison. I'm not risking anything.
State property.
What
Yeah.
business do y'all have on this state property?
First Amendment, expression, journalism.
Y'all have an appointment?
No, we don't have an appointment, but we're not trying to come on the inside of the premises. We're on the outside, no?
Y'all too close to the gate. I got inmates here. We don't know who y'all are.
We're not trying to get a rise out of anyone. We prefer if you're out of this one.
No. We're not gonna be doing that, man. Hey.
Well, once again, we're...
No, show them the privacy, man. Show them respect, man.
What?
You don't know what
talking-
they've been through.
That's not
What's going on?
That's not the point.
That's my whole thing.
You're misunderstanding the whole point. We're trying to get some B-roll on the outside of the prison. Officer Cruz here, I guess, is setting the example for the lack of transparency and the ability for any journalists to gain access and understand what's even happening inside here. Yes.
You cannot be on the premises filming. You don't have authorization. So
This is public property, no?
sir, I'm gonna have to ask y'all to leave. You can't be here filming, okay?
So we're trying.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know who's in the right or wrong here, but I wouldn't be surprised in the prison if they're like, oh, you need to like clear something, because like to them, you could just be like a risk, like it could be trying to help somebody escape or something to them. I don't know.
I'm trying to understand is if you're just
honestly both are in the wrong. Yeah, I feel like legally you could like record, obviously if it's public, but like on that property, I don't know the exact law.
making this up, or if we're
I can
actually
see
in
why the
violation
word
of some
is
Texas
like it
penal
might
code.
be a risk if somebody tries to escape or
Your
rules?
questions, your questions, I'm just telling you y'all need to leave, okay?
Oh hell no, did I hear a dog?
not touching you, man. You don't have authorization to be recording.
They're sitting on the floor.
In the prison truck or like cattle. How y'all doing? We're trying to get some B-roll of the facility here. From our understanding, this is state property and it's constitutionally protected.
You are in violation. And if they ask you to leave, you need to leave. I need your license and your driver's license.
Okay, yes, sir.
As far as secure area, it would be a question of publicly accessible.
I need your driver's license, and I need it now, please. This is a penitentiary that houses very violent criminals. We have killers, rapists, murderers. We have everything in here.
Sure.
They have family members in
Who needs to leave at this point? Yeah, I could not do this, bro.
the world that will come out here and play the same card.
Yeah.
When we have people
They would have been like, you gotta leave, sir. I'm like, yes, sir.
here, we don't know who you are.
I see.
Okay. So why would you come here to mess with these people?
We're not here to mess with anyone, though. That's
But that's exactly what's happening. Disrupting their operation.
What a
so
mustache.
we're in violation of Texas.
Nah, this is, oh my god, you know what he's giving off? Dub Dibadome, home of the Dibadome. Yeah, that's literally the same person, bruh. That is literally the same person.
What you're saying? So are we violating Texas penal
What I
code?
want you to do is get in your car and leave.
All I'm asking is, are we in violation of Texas penal
One
code?
more time for you to get in your car and leave.
Bro, Tyler Reed, man.
I'm confused.
We saw the prisoners, a bunch of convicted felons in a van being shipped in and out of the prison. You just experienced the wrath of a small Texas town. Big hat, no cattle, white literally, zero transparency. The sheriff of the town himself showed up within 5 minutes and big dogged us. But we have 5 cop cars coming.
Oh
The
my
same people that
god.
are elected to protect the Constitution and to uphold the Constitution and serve the public are utilizing that against you.
My guess is they're not supposed to be shuttling prisoners in and out of that freely without chains and all that. It was a publicly accessible parking lot. There's no gates. There's no signs. Just drive up there 50 feet away. I bet you a lot of things can go missing or a lot of abuses can go unnoticed out here in these small towns. After nearly getting arrested myself for filming these prison walls in plain view, to understand what really goes on inside of them, let me introduce you to someone who lived there.
I'm here with Marcy, formerly incarcerated for how many years?
I was locked up for 10 years hearing.
What up, Marcy? What up, Marcy? Glad you're free, though. I'm glad you're free, though. Damn, 10 years, you ain't deserve all that.
Gatesville for a theft charge.
I also want you to meet George.
I went 10 years for theft? What did she steal, bro? The Chaos Emeralds?
Prison 3 different times, and I was an addict and I didn't have the money, and I would target fast food joints, and I would wait till they closed, and then I would throw down on whoever was taking the trash out, and I'd walk them back inside, and more often than not they had the safe open, and they would give me the money and I'd leave. Yes, I did 27 total. I was an addict. So I got out the army at like...
See, yeah, that is fucked up. I can't blame the prison for that time, because nigga was literally beating up employees and then robbing them.
At 19. In South Texas at a dance, go see a girlfriend. I leave the dance, I've been drinking. I get pulled over, so I get a little mouthy with the cops. He didn't like it, he took me to a jail. He puts me in a tank of men who've been convicted and were awaiting transfer to prison. And I found out later he told them to take care of him. I was beaten. I was pretty well all night. Kicked out the next morning, said go home.
Beaten?
Yeah, totally.
And where are we right now?
We are in one of the fields, and I think that there's actually, this was potatoes here that I used to work at. I worked out here in the fields just about my entire incarceration.
10 years straight, how many hours a day did you work and how much were you paid per hour?
So in Texas, incarcerated folks are paid $0 an hour.
And are you forced to work in the fields?
Yeah, you absolutely have to work. I'm not really against people working, but I'm against...
Oh, that's great. Yep, well, should really be surprising. But like, this is literally the place, bro, in the past, they was fighting for that. Nah, we need it, man. Did they really, like, write the amendment just to be like, yo, that is insane, bro?
Against people doing kind of needless work. Yeah, day one you get here and they assign you a job, and the next morning you get up and go to work. So day 2 in Big Girl Prison right here on the Dr. Lane Murray
Damn, no time off.
unit, I was out in the field.
Imagine it's on big queues and now new fear unlocked.
Fields, and so what that looks like
I'm in Texas. That's the worst part. They probably sent my ass to one of these.
like is you're strip searched before going to work. They'll say like 3 hoe, because side note, it's called the hoe squad. Yeah, the hoe.
In the dirt or you're a hoe?
Well, I'm sure they mean hoe in the dirt, but of course it was used derogatory, like hoes line up, hoes get over here. It was really degrading.
So it's dehumanizing from the get-go.
For sure, 100%. You hike to a field, and you've got officers on horseback. They're armed. They're shouting directives at you. Day 2 in prison, you don't know what the hell's going on. You're scared. It's really nerve-wracking. You get out here, and if it's August, it's 105 degrees out here in Texas, and it's not air conditioned in the dorm, and so you're already weak. And if you've been in county jail and the air conditioning, you're really weak.
I didn't even think of that. Imagine being in a hot state too like that. Y'all, I can barely last here like on my own volition. Like I go outside, dude, I'm like, food. Like some days, bro, it is straight up an oven outside. But I got AC. You gotta be in a hot prison, whatever, with like probably 100 people in a section. No, everybody's heat is adding up. No AC. Yikes.
Because of the heat, and you're out here doing field labor, which is really similar to plantation work. Any old plantation movie that you might have seen, that's what this kind of work looked like.
People used to cut their tendons to not go out to work in the fields. I got taken from a nice AC job working in the hospital to the fields because I would not falsify documentation showing, backing up their allegations.
Beating up some dude, right?
Yeah, and they'll do that all the time for much minor stuff. I was put in the fields for a lot of stuff. I got put in the fields because I mouthed off at the guard one time because I stepped on the yellow line in the hallway. So they went ahead and put me back in the field.
Do you guys have any rights as a prisoner?
If a cop rolls up right now and tells you to get down on the ground, I mean, what rights do you have? You do it and get shot.
And this is Bianca Tyler, a Harvard-educated leading expert in the prison industry and founder of the nonprofit Worth Rises, working to dismantle the prison industry and the exploitation of those it touches.
Prison is already the punishment. Slavery should never be a punishment.
And are people picking cotton? Are they fighting fires? Are they doing crazy work?
So, like, I'm just thinking about things that are, like, sometimes here in New York, but all over the country, we have people in all types of jobs. Farm or agriculture is a massive area of prison work. In fact, there's some really crazy reporting right now about sheriffs that are using incarcerated people on their own properties. Using the people in his jail to, like,
Well,
man.
that straight up will get him in prison. Yo, I say they put him in prison and have him be and like pick up everything.
His own farm.
What?
So we would work anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day. I think they've cut that down to half days now. It was a long day doing very manual labor, doing things like
Let's go.
potatoes, picking corn, cutting grass with a hoe.
Let's go.
I know, like, statistically, we have like that was goddamn picked up by like a prison slave or something, or made by a prison.
Equivalent of the master, the prison warden. Who did you serve?
Yeah, we served the field boss. We even called him boss. Very culturally similar to plantation days. And you had 2 lead hoes, and we would be at the front of the line, and we would be keeping things organized. We would be keeping the ladies on task, and quite frankly, sometimes even participating in degrading them.
I spent 27 years in prison. Total, I got $100, I think, because take.
That'd be like the prices like GameStop.
Texas,
27 years, you earned $100.
They doesn't pay. Texas has maybe a few hundred people out of the about 140,000 who work in maybe a Lockhart. They got a couple of private firms that do pay individuals for working. But if there's 140,000 people, there's 139,800 whatever thousand. No, don't get a penny. No, I never got a penny. I worked 13 years in the fields. I worked as a library clerk in the law library. I worked as a kitchen commissary clerk. I washed pots and pans for 3 months because they got mad at me because I wrote a grievance. It was kind of effective, so they transferred.
Okay, dobra. Okay, it's an okay run. I had a better time, but I didn't collect 30 coins, so yeah, I'm not that happy. But okay, let's go. War record.
I've heard of this, yeah. I know for a fact with license plates they do this a lot.
GG, bye bye.